If you're selling in London, Ontario right now, here's the truth. It's shifted to a buyer's market, but it doesn't mean you have to leave money on the table, and it doesn't mean the right buyer won't see your home. It means you need a different strategy than the one that worked a few years ago. And today, I'm giving you exactly that strategy. How to price it, how to prep it, and how to make sure it actually gets seen. I'm Paola Forero Alvarez, a real estate broker here in London, Ontario with 7 years of experience. And I've been pricing and prepping listings through every version of this market, from 2019 to the frenzy of 2021 to exactly what we're in right now. Quick note before we start. If you're thinking about listing and want an honest read on your specific home, there's a link in the description to book a call. No pressure, just a real conversation. Okay, let's get into it. Right now, London sits at about 4.6 months of supply overall, just under the 5-month line that marks a full buyer's market, but it is tilting that way. The average sell price is just above $606,000, down 6.7% from a year ago, and homes are taking about 26 days to sell on average, with sellers landing at around 97.8 of asking price. But buyer's market isn't one number. It depends heavily on what you're selling. Detached homes are still relatively tight at 4.4 months of supply and 22 days on market. Condos are where it's genuinely a buyer's market with 5.8 months of supply. So the first thing I do with every seller is figure out exactly where their specific property sits, not just the headline number. This is not a crash or a free fall, it's a rebalancing, which means the sellers who do well right now are the ones who price and prep like it's a rebalancing and not like it's still 2022. Here's the mistake I see most often. Pricing based on what the market was doing in 2022 or what a neighbor's house sold for at the peak. That number is gone and chasing it will cost you. When a home is overpriced, here's the pattern that plays out almost every time. It sits, the days on market number climbs, you're forced into a price reduction, and now buyers are asking themselves, what's wrong with it? Even when nothing is. You've turned a strength into a red flag. The alternative is pricing at or very close to true fair market value from day one, based on genuinely comparable recent sales, not list prices, not what you need to net, actual closed comparables from the last 30 to 60 days, maybe 90 days tops. Priced right, a home in this market still attracts real interest and can still generate competing offers. Priced wrong, you end up chasing the market down and selling for less than if you had priced accurately in the first place. That's the real cost of overpricing, not pride, but dollars. With more homes to choose from, buyers today can afford to be picky, so the prep work that used to be optional now gets you noticed. Start with the basics, declutter every room, depersonalize, and where possible, move toward a neutral palette so that buyers can picture themselves in the space instead of picturing you in it. Professional photography and video are not optional right now. They're the first showing every buyer takes, scrolling on their phone before they ever book an in-person visit. And because buyers today are including inspection conditions again, I walk every seller through the same checklist an inspector will. Things like roof age, furnace and AC condition, the electrical panel, and the water heater. Fixing or at least disclosing this upfront means no surprises mid-transaction and no renegotiation after you thought you had a deal. Spend your prep dollars where they're actually seen. Paint, lighting, curb appeal, and cleanliness. And skip the major renovation in this market. It rarely pays for itself dollar for dollar before closing. Active inventory in London is up 5.4% from a year ago, which means your home isn't just being compared to what sold last month. It's competing in real time against every other listing a buyer is scrolling through this week. The first 2 weeks a listing is live get the most attention from both buyers and agents. So the goal is to launch with everything ready on day one. Full photos, video, walkthrough, and an accurate listing description, not a placeholder that gets updated soon. This is also where a strong online presence matters. Your listing needs to show up everywhere a buyer is actually looking and not just one platform. Back in 2021 and 2022, buyers were waiving home inspections and financing conditions just to compete. That's not this market. Conditions are back, and as a seller, you need to plan for that and not fight it. A conditional offer isn't a weak offer, it's the normal offer right now. The sellers who do well are the ones who negotiate a fair and realistic condition period upfront rather than getting an unconditional offer and finding out 3 days later that the buyer wants to walk. My job in that negotiation is to protect your price and your timeline while the conditions are being satisfied, keeping the deal moving, staying in communication with the buyer's side, and making sure a fixable issue doesn't turn into a collapsed deal. So, quick recap. Know exactly where your property type sits in this market. Price it at a real fair market value instead of chasing 2022. Prep it the way a buyer's inspector would look at it, market it to stand out against more competition, and go into negotiations expecting and planning for conditions. If you're weighing whether now is the right time to list or you just want an honest read on pricing for your home, book a call with me. The link is in the description. Or you can also text me directly. And if this was helpful, follow along. I break down the London market for buyers and sellers every week. I'll see you in the next one.